We continue here on this Tuesday as a Taco Tuesday. Appreciate our friends, Dave and staff. Michael always taking care of us here at Social Taco in the Square at Homewood. We broadcast from 10 to 2 every Tuesday, but the fun doesn't stop there. 3 to 6 half off happy hour out on the patio for this beautiful spring weather. Spring weather, what does that mean? Well, that means Braves baseball and Braves Vision. Excited to announce they're your new TV home for our Atlanta Braves, owned and operated directly by the Braves here locally in Birmingham. Larry, DirecTV, you can find it there, channel 645, Xfinity channel 1254, UVerse channel 1730. Spectrum, you got options on channel 330, maybe it's 413 or 1413, and also on Fubo. We do not have a subscription to any of those outlets, but what we've done at the Roberts household is cut the cord. Well, the Braves got our back. We're streaming Braves Vision games with Braves.tv, and our subscription, it's only $19.99 a month, $99.99 for the season, but that breaks down to 70 cents a game. 70 cents a game to take the Braves wherever you go this summer throughout your travels. It's that easy. Find out all your ways to watch and get more info at braves.com/watch.
Joining us now on the Higginbotham Hotline, Bureau Chief of the three-man front program in the state of North Carolina, Demetri Ravanos joins us here on the program. Meet, what's going on?
Oh, just, getting back from spring break just in time for the college basketball world to explode.
Yeah, so your first impression of North Carolina apparently going to go after a former NBA coach who won a championship with the Denver Nuggets.
I mean, it's funny. Me and my podcast partner just got done recording a podcast during which I said this would be the dumbest thing that UNC could do, and literally as we were about to hit publish, the news alert from Pete Thamel came over our phones. I don't think it makes the most sense in the world. I mean, Mike Malone didn't lose that job in Denver because he can't coach. He lost that job because everybody hates him. I don't know how that is going to play in college where there are not contracts you can hold those guys to, right? I don't know how that works in an environment where your whole team can leave every year, but maybe I'm wrong. I have a lot of respect for Mike Malone. I am shocked he took this job because I was convinced he was going to have his pick of NBA jobs at the end of the year, but his daughter is in school at UNC, and I guess that is what won out for him.
How many other coaches do you believe that UNC had higher on their wish list?
I think they absolutely had Tommy Lloyd at the top, and I think that they probably got way down the road with Tommy Lloyd. I mean, Arizona basically gave Lloyd this sweetheart deal where he does not have to report to his boss anymore. He is his own boss now at Arizona, and I don't think that happens unless he goes to them and says, hey, I'm going to leave for Chapel Hill. What can you do for me? I have been told that they were very much under the impression that they were going to get Billy Donovan. They were just sort of blindsided by the fact that Billy Donovan was not going to work with them on the timeline. So they're two, at the very least, that I can tell you for sure were higher up on the list than Mike Malone.
Demetri, is the football equivalent of this, is it as simple as Belichick and when he was hired at North Carolina, or is there another one that you think would be more comparable if that were to happen?
That's a good question. So definitely Belichick is not the equivalent, right? Like, okay. I go back to what I just said. I think there are people that want to hire Mike Malone in the NBA, whereas there did not seem to be people that wanted to hire Belichick in the NFL. So this does not necessarily reek of the desperation that the Belichick move does. I will say it's really hard to think about what an equivalent is just because, like, when was the last time a Super Bowl winning coach A, got fired, but B, then didn't wait for another NFL opportunity, jumped immediately to college? This feels pretty unique to me.
All right, so it's not been quite 24 hours since this news kind of leaked out. Overall, what is the level of excitement in regards to North Carolina fans about this hire? Or are they kind of trashing it left and right?
I mean, Pat, I would say, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, this is a legitimate 5. Like, there are a lot of people that tout what a good X and O basketball coach he is, and that is true. And there are plenty of people that are very confused and feel like this was done because the portal opens today, and they did not want to go into portal season without a head coach, and are a little bit shell-shocked by learning the lesson that, UNC basketball in the age of NIL and the house settlement, maybe some of that stuff that made UNC a one-of-one kind of job, maybe now that's a burden in a world where all you need is a billionaire benefactor.
What is Malone what's the expectation? Because I asked this on the show. You're closer to those people up there in that culture. Is the expectation, would you liken it to Alabama football fans and their expectations of their year in, year out? What is it for the Carolina basketball fan?
Yeah, I mean, it is Landrum. It is Alabama football fans pre-Saban, where they very much are in the wilderness and cannot accept that they are in the wilderness. They cannot accept that UNC cannot snap their fingers, flip a switch, and have the sport bend to their will like it used to. I mean, it feels very familiar to me to the time that I was in school at Alabama. Like, I think people that you really are seeing now amongst UNC fans, you are taking for granted, or they were taking for granted, that a Roy Williams was available to them back, what was that, in 05 when that hire, or 04 rather, when that hire was made. Roy Williams was an alum. He was from Chapel Hill. And, when it came down to was he going to take the job or not, Dean Smith picked up the phone and said, I really need you to take this job, buddy. And it was done. Like, that doesn't exist anymore. There's a reason you were able to stay inside the Dean Smith family, coaching tree, whatever it is you want to call it, for so long. And I think this is a hard reality that those days are over for UNC. Doesn't mean they can't be very good again. They absolutely can. And I think Mike Malone is a really good basketball coach, but this is very similar to all of us in the SEC, like waking up in a world where Indiana is the national champion in college football. It's a hard reality that this is a brand new world, and you've got to find your place in it. You've got to find a way to succeed with rules you did not sign up for.
So with Duke season coming to an end the way that it did, Demetri, is this one of those moments where you just feel a little bit better if you're a Duke fan from the people that you've heard of? Because I know they asked you about how North Carolina fans have reacted, but I have to imagine there's probably a lot of Duke fans kind of pointing the finger and laughing right now of, oh, that's who you ended up with at North Carolina?
Maybe a little bit, but I will tell you the Duke fans up here that I know are still very bitter that they were not part of that game last night. I mean, you got to give John Shire credit, right? Since he took over as head coach there 4 years ago, he has done everything you can do but win a national championship. But to Landrum's point about comparing these programs to Alabama football, that's kind of the only thing you're supposed to do at Duke. So I don't think, Conrad, they've gotten to the point of pointing and laughing yet, because they are still very much licking their own wounds.
Demetri Ravanos joins us here on Three Man Front, joins us each and every Tuesday here on Three Man Front. You can watch his videos of him taking a bath in bubbles each and every week, called the College Football Bubble Bath. Yes, that is a real thing. I did not make that up. Let me ask you about NC State. They go and they hire a very well-respected former player at NC State, former Wolfpack, who has been under Rick Barnes' tutelage there in Knoxville, Tennessee. How's the excitement level of the Wolfpack fans?
I think there is, again, talk about wound licking, right? Like, I think people, I was surprised, based on the conversations that I've been having with you guys, I was surprised by the number of people that did not think this Will Wade thing could actually happen, that he would be one and done in Raleigh, yet here we are. Justin Gainey, I don't think necessarily excites anybody, but right now, I think Wolfpack fans are happy to have somebody that wants to be here, that very much wants to make it their mission to make NC State great, right? We just saw this happen with, his last name, is it Alexander, Jai Alexander down in Miami, who was a career assistant, alum of that program, and look how quickly he got the Hurricanes back to being a tournament-ready team. I don't think there is the consternation, I guess, over the fact that NC State didn't get a name. This does not feel like a few years ago, maybe 20 years ago at this point, when they end up with Sidney Lowe after hearing 7 no's. Danny was the guy that the athletic director wanted last year, but it was the boosters that were, making it very clear it was Will Wade or bust. So I think there is some feeling of, well, hey, if he was going to be the guy last year, if not for this great opportunity, maybe this is going to be okay.
Who would be, if you had to come up with your college football, basketball, baseball top 5 villains currently coaching, or guys that we view as villains? Who would be that 5?
Okay. Lane has to be at the top right now.
Sure.
Whether that is fair or not, Lane has leaned into it hard, right? I think that number 2. Can we just make UConn number 2, because Gino and Danny Hurley work very well together as just very unlikable people. So all right, so let's go Lane 1, UConn 2. I am going to say, even though I like him, I am going to put Cignetti 3, because he drives people absolutely insane by how easy this looks for him. So I'll put Cignetti 3, even if he does not necessarily embrace the same sort of villainry. I'm going to put Nate Oates at 4. And I say that liking that as an Alabama fan. You would not believe how much people in ACC country hate Nate Oates' guts. So that would be my number 4. And, look, you can't have this. All right, let's do the same thing for LSU that we did for UConn. Let's do Will Wade / Kim Mulkey.
Wait, you're going to put Mulkey in there? What?
That's Landrum's girl, Demetri.
Look.
Yeah.
No, listen, I don't dislike Mulkey. I am here for the show that is Kim Mulkey, right? But Mulkey's whole thing is she is going to be a jerk to you before you get the chance to be a jerk to her. She leans into it, man. She and Lane, and now Will Wade, it is just a perfect marriage down on the bayou.
Help side. I need that help side. Come on, ladies, get out there. You don't love that? Come on.
Really good impression.
It's just raspy. I have no voice left.
Very good impression.
I think that all of these dudes. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. Go ahead. Finish your thought, Demetri. Finish your thought.
I was going to say, we have was it 4 new women's coaches in SEC basketball? Do you realize the bar they have to meet in terms of being characters when you have Kim and Dawn and Vic Schaefer down at Texas? This league, just flip over to women's basketball. It is like the WWE in the SEC.
That's not a bad comparison. Okay, so you brought him up, and okay, he's top 5 villain. He's going to be top 5 highest paid coach now. Do you think Nate Oates is deserving of that status with the new deal that Greg Byrne announced the other day?
Yeah, I think you could make the same argument for Nate that I did for John Shire. He's done everything that Alabama could want short of win a national championship. I think it is a very tough place to win, because look how quickly apathy sets in if you are not doing what Nate is doing. I've said all along, I never worried about Nate and UNC. I worry about next year when Bill Self walks away from Kansas. That feels like a Nate Oates fit to me.
Oh, but the toupee will still be there. Is it is it his hair? Is it a toupee or is it real?
On which one?
Bill Self. No, I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. It's kind of this is not as much, but it kind of goes back to, did we land on the moon?
Yes to both.
There are some that believe that is still his real hair.
Yes to both.
No, that's ridiculous. Listen, do you want to know what college basketball coach had his real hair and was proud to show you what it was? Gene Cady.
Yeah.
We got to get back to the days of the long pasted on comb over.
And he always looked like he was mad at the world, but Gene Cady was the sweetest man when you talked to him. You could call his house. We would get him on the Sonny and Whip show. You could call his house, and either he or his sweet wife would answer the Cady residence. Oh, they were such nice people. But yes, he
Yeah.
he had that hair.
And on the sideline, it looked like he just lost the sale of that used Plymouth he was counting on for this month.
That's exactly right. Oh, it's too good. He's Demetri Ravanos. We know him as Meat here on the show. Awful Announcing, SEC Unfiltered, a variety of different ways that you can consume his great content. Meat, we always appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Oh, boys, it's always fun talking to you.
It's great. Enjoy the Masters.
Okay, listen, y'all will have to explain this to me. We've all seen grass before, right? What is the deal with the Masters as an unmatchable TV event?
I can't even talk to you right
No,
now.
listen,
It's the
I know
elegance of
growing
it,
up
right?
in the
The
South,
presentation?
I'm vastly in the minority. What's that?
Yeah.
It's the presentation. It's like it feels pristine. I don't know how else to describe it. It feels like it's higher class. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, look, I know.
It
growing
makes
up
us
in the
feel
South, I'm
fancy
very
as
much
viewers.
in the minority.
It makes us feel fancy as viewers. That's what it is.
All right, fair enough. I mean, look, that's something you can't argue with. If it makes you feel pretty, Landrum, that's all I need to hear.
That's right, because this girl needs to feel pretty every now and then. Meat, we always appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, boys, talk to you later.
All right, Demetri Ravanos joining us. All of our guests join us on the Higginbotham Hotline. As you can imagine, we got a lot of texts coming in. Conrad's going to get us updated on the college basketball transfer portal, whose names are in, who's being tampered with.
All of them. Everyone.
Three-man front continues from Social Taco. 123-man front. We continue here from Social Taco in Homewood. Landrum, Pat Conrad, Molly in the studio of Jocks, hanging out with a lot of you. We'll get to your text transfer portal news in a moment. Now that spring is here, that means that the pests are going to be swarming. Insects like mosquitoes and other insects that, well, they serve a purpose somewhere in nature, I guess, but it's not on your family, biting your kids, biting your wife, biting you, not being able to enjoy the yard, the outdoor activities all spring and summer long. Our friends at Stark Exterminators want to remind you that they're a family-owned company. They've been family-owned for over 62 years. All of your satisfaction as a customer is guaranteed. And it's really simple. To all of our great Jocks listeners, they offer the free home and business pest inspection. They'll come to your home, your place of business, and or both, and they'll inspect it thoroughly with one of their talented professional team members, and they'll address any current issues you have and any stuff that could come up down the road. Trust your family, trust your home, trust your yard. We're our friends at Stark Exterminators. Stark Exterminators, 855-STARK now, or go to starkexterminators.com. When you do so, always tell them Landrum from Jocks sent you.
A reminder as we are wrapping up things here at Social Taco on this beautiful Tuesday, we'll be live at Twin Peaks on Thursday. Hope you'll join us. The first round of the Masters tournament, the 90th Masters tournament. That's right, 90th. Tiger Woods will miss his second consecutive Masters this week after stepping away to seek treatment following his arrest on March 27th. Rory McIlroy won last year's Masters in a playoff over Justin Rose. McIlroy becoming just the sixth to complete the career Grand Slam with Gene Sarazen, Ben Hogan, Gary Player, Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Woods. Masters tickets are hard to come by. We've talked about that on the show in the past. The secondary market is also a problem this year as Augusta National continues to strictly enforce its no resale policy following a severe crackdown on the practice in 2025. Meanwhile, prices for winners of the annual Masters ticket lottery. Have you ever signed up for that? The
We have.
ticket lottery?
We never got it.
I have too. I've never won it as well. They say that if you do get an opportunity to purchase tickets, it will cost you competition round $160. The practice round tomorrow is $150, and if you're fortunate enough for Monday or Tuesday, it'll cost you $140 a ticket.
Yeah, if you can just get out there any way that you can, whether it's a practice round or playing, maybe, and to some, the practice round might be more appealing because those early days you can actually take your phone off. I told you guys about sitting there on 16, and that's the skip hole, the par 3 with the water, and during the practice rounds I get the players to skip. And they did allow cell phones that day, and someone had, I think it was like a little flip phone. They're filming Martin Keimer skips it. It lands on the green, rolls all the way down, goes into the hole for a hole-in-one. Well, ESPN, that was the only footage that they had to show on SportsCenter Top Plays, and they had it from the gentleman who was sitting like one section over from me when that happened. But I think the earlier, just getting there and being on the grounds, whether you're in a weather delay or you'll still
feels good to
appreciate
be
it.
there.
Oh, it's great. It's wonderful. You feel great when you're there.
Also debuting this week is the new state-of-the-art player service building, which includes a new locker room, indoor and outdoor dining areas, health and fitness rooms, and many more accommodations for the players. I've seen some video of it. It is, needless to say, everything there is incredible. This new addition is off the top rail.
Well, it's the new additions because the Masters, they do it right. They don't overdo it to overshadow all the history. It's like complementary pieces and some of the adjacent property that they bought over the years, and they've turned into places where you can stay. If you want to have like your own tailgate day and pay stupid amounts of money, and you can do it. I guess it's not stupid if you have the money and you enjoy it and you want to host a party, but have you and 19 of your closest friends, a catered event, you got the TVs, you got access to the course, all of that good stuff. You can do it a variety of different ways.
I know this is not going to shock anybody because streaming has just become part of the lexicon of what we talk about and what you have to do to watch your favorite sport. Amazon Prime Video is debuting as a Masters broadcaster this year, as they fully embrace now the streaming action in regards to the Masters. On Thursday and Friday, It will begin at noon Central. It'll be 2 hours, both Thursday and Friday. Jack Nicklaus will be in studio along with Terry Gannon, who will be doing, of course, Terry Gannon, who won a national championship on the 1982 North Carolina State Wolfpack, Jimmy Valvano's team. He's been a long-time figure skating announcer for the Olympics.
That'll be very cool.
Yep. So he will be the main voice of the Amazon Prime Video golf coverage coming up noon on Thursday.
Some of those streaming channels and other things, that's where I got the woman there from the UK that was doing the broadcast, and it was raining. Pitter-patter, soft Georgia rain. Just going to help you go to. But, yeah, they realized that people want to consume that product. Remember, what was the year that we had, this might have been before Conrad and Motley's time, but we had the woman that protested, that led the protest. Martha, was it Martha Burt?
Yeah, we had
the broadcast.
Yes, no, we had Martha on the Feinbaum show. She was protesting Augusta because there were no women members.
Yes. Is that still the case?
No, that's not the case anymore.
No.
Condoleezza Rice is a member.
Yep, I was about to say Condoleezza Rice is a member.
How does one go
There's
about
at least
doing
one.
that? Like,
But
what
I think
would
there's
what would I
multiple.
have to do?
To get a membership?
Yeah,
You'd have to have blackmail on somebody.
I'll work on that.
Probably the chairperson.
I was about to say you'd have to clean up your background with the Communist Party, but
Oh, yeah, that is with that group over there,
My future,
I can tell you they didn't accumulate their wealth through communism.
No, good old capitalism, baby. Yeah, if I ever have to get a background check in the future, it's going to be dicey, to say the least.
when we come back on Three-Man Front, we'll do some Pat Ponders as we wrap things up here from Social Taco on this glorious Tuesday on Jocks.
Welcome back in. We're live. It's 3-Man Front, Social Taco in Homewood. Pat ponders. That's a segment. If you're just joining the show for the first time, Pat comes up with 5 questions a day for the group, and we try to answer responsibly. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we get a bonus question. But I want to tell you about our friends at Crafts. Crafts, made here in the state of Alabama by Alabamians, and they're locally owned and operated. And the newest location is right there on Highway 280 in Mountain Brook. It's near the Hollywood Boulevard exit if you're coming into town. It's there on the left if you're exiting Homewood and heading down 280. But it's a beautiful new store. They got a great patio as well, but they got an expanded breakfast. So if you're looking for something different, maybe you're catering to the office, or you got a group that you're going to speak to and you're going to bring breakfast, why bring the same old stuff that everybody brings all the time? How about Crafts? Check it out, the expanded breakfast menu, from the varieties of the chicken, sausage, bacon, biscuits, or you want to go with maybe a burrito, you want to go with a breakfast bowl, or how about a chicken and waffle? All of that there at Crafts, the expanded drive-through there at the breakfast there at Crafts 280. Check them out. It's Crafts right there on 280. You can't miss it, near the Hollywood Boulevard exit in Mountain Brook. CraftsBHM.com for more information. It's not just breakfast, it's lunch and dinner as well. Crafts will be telling you more about exciting things coming down the pike in the future. Pat's got questions. We try to answer. This is Pat Ponders.
All right, question number 1. Let's talk about the Masters, shall we? Let's say that you're a Masters patron. You were asked to step inside the ropes and take one of these shots. Which one of these would be the most nerve-wracking? Now, I'm not asking you which one you can pull off. I'm just asking you which one would be the most nerve-wracking. Chip out of one of the 44 bunkers on the course, teeing off on number 12, the 155-yard par 3 over Rays Creek, or putting a 4-foot putt on the 18th green on Sunday. Which one of those 3 would be the most nerve-wracking for you?
It would be the 4-foot putt on 18. Now, the other 2 don't sound great, but naturally, the skull and hitting someone in the skull off the tee box would be my biggest fear. Getting out of the trap, I feel like that would almost be my safe place. I feel more comfortable trying to get out of one of those traps.
Because you could just blow it out of there.
Yeah,
and not have to worry about.
I'm not bad out of the sand.
Well, no one's going to blame you if you mess that one up.
But I would absolutely blow a 4-foot putt.
Yeah,
So, like off the green. Bad.
well,
you're
on
thinking about
Sunday,
Augusta
too, makes it
National.
worse. Oh, yeah. It's not stopping.
No.
Yeah, especially on Sunday, that would be tough. I would still probably go teeing off on 12 because I have a mental block. Anytime I see water on a hole, my ball is going in the water. Like it's just that is my, not that I'm a great golfer in general, but I'm really bad on holes that have a water hazard with them. So yeah, it'd be that one because I would rather skull somebody because otherwise it's going in the water. And yeah, that no.
It would
12
be
would be
teeing
bad.
off on 12 for me. I'm an awful golfer, and I know for sure I would seriously hurt somebody. Any of those shots, except for the putt, I probably would.
I would need something to settle my nerves.
I'm like Langel. I think the putt would be the. Can you imagine the stimp meter?
What if it was on
Sunday afternoon?
What if it was on Friday? Would that change your mind? Is it because it's on Sunday with the putt and the extra pressure of it being the end of the tournament? Or in general, would it be that one?
It'd be that in general.
Just in general?
You're there in the spotlight. On that green, everybody's
you've made the cut. You might not be in the money. I mean, you're going to make money, but I'm saying you're not like one of the top.
Yeah, you're not going to
Everyone is congregated there around 18. You're naturally going to have more people that are there. And they haven't seen you play that wonderful round. All they know is this next putt, and you knock it off the green.
Yeah.
Question number 2. You can remove any 2 schools from the SEC and replace with any 2 from another conference. Which two are going? Which two are coming? Is this a hard decision for you?
No.
Who's yours?
I'd get rid of Mississippi State.
And who else?
I'd probably go South Carolina.
Okay, so you're done with.
Mississippi State and South Carolina. Mississippi State, the only redeeming thing would be baseball.
All right, so who are you bringing in to replace those two?
I mean, in my ideal world of
Yeah,
just whatever for the hay of it.
the question is, you're getting rid of two, but you're bringing two more in. Which two are you bringing to replace Mississippi State and South Carolina?
Okay, so I'll go logical. If I'm going to get rid of South Carolina, I'd rather have Clemson. So that's logical, and it doesn't mess with all the travel, because that would be the other thing is, we don't want to mess up and be like the Big Ten and have to go to the West Coast to play our sports. I'll go Clemson for South Carolina, and then for Mississippi State, I'll go North Carolina. I don't want Ohio State or none. I don't want any of that frou in my conference.
Missouri, you're out. And South Carolina.
That's harsh.
Yeah, sorry, Pat. South Carolina's out. I replaced them with North Carolina.
Okay, so y'all on the same page there.
And then, golly, who else would be out? Well, with Missouri being out, I'm going to replace them with you know what? Nebraska.
Okay, get a little Midwest feel in there. All right.
Yeah.
I like it.
So you get rid of Missouri for Nebraska. Okay.
I'm getting rid of Texas A&M. Goodbye, Trev. I'm still salty.
Are you going to replace them with Nebraska?
No, I'd probably go North Carolina. They're a good school, good basketball school. We want Bill Belichick back in the SEC. I'm kidding.
All right, so what's the other school you're getting rid of and bringing in?
Probably Missouri. And then I'll probably bring in – I'd probably go ACC route again with a Clemson or maybe even a Louisville.
Okay.
At least
See, I'm
close
just imagining
proximity.
after what you said, like Jordan in the Grove on a Saturday.
Yes.
Game day in Oxford.
We need it.
All right, so all three of you want North Carolina because all three of you said you would
Yeah.
bring back or
That's a
bring
good-
in North Carolina.
Yeah. Good colors.
We want Bill and Malone.
Okay. Question number 3. Which college of 26 is the most deserving to be on most of the preseason magazine covers?
I mean, it's probably Jeremiah Smith still. I think that's the easy one.
I think you make the argument for Darian Mitza.
I
yeah,
have a
now he's
feeling
at Miami.
we'll probably see Arch on there.
Yeah.
But then the debate is
He's gotta earn it.
Is he the most deserving?
I think it's Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah.
Would Julian Sane be more deserving than Arch Manning?
Ooh, based on last year, yeah. He had a better year.
But don't you got a feeling that on most southeastern versions of the magazine will be Trinidad Chambliss?
So yeah, I was about to say
Yeah.
from the SEC, I think Trinidad's more
Yeah.
deserving than Arch. He looked good throwing against air today, Pat.
He did. Threw a bomb.
He did.
Like 85 yards.
Was that how far?
Who caught it?
Some staffer.
Yeah, some guy in a T-shirt.
Yeah. All right, next question. You know, life changed in a big way after the pandemic. What's something that used to be common before it that you wish would make a comeback today?
Before the pandemic?
That was prevalent, that went away, and you would love to see come back?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
I mean, it's not like a tangible thing. I feel like people were less sensitive before the pandemic.
See,
We were still on that path, but I feel like it was You can't mess around with
Look,
anything
in some
anymore.
cases, I think it was good, but the video technology and the technology meetings and all of that, they still serve a purpose, and I think some of that should have been adopted and moved forward to how we meet. But I feel like in some cases it's gotten taken to the extreme, and you don't get that human interaction anymore. Like I believe that there's a lot of people after the pandemic that just decided not to go physically into a church. They watch
People have gotten comfortable
every
doing-
single Sunday.
I got you.
Whereas, look, I understand there's going to be some Sundays that you want to do it, or maybe you got a health condition. That's different. But I'm talking about the people that just decided I don't want to go to church anymore. I'm just going to watch from home. I think the pandemic. I think those people would probably enjoy some human interaction. Don't you agree, Pat?
I do.
I think same thing with the workforce in a lot of ways. Yeah.
See,
Solitude is not always good.
I was going that route because, especially from like a restaurant perspective, because some places you go into, you have to order off of a kiosk now, and you can't talk to like
Oh,
an
I hate
actual
that.
person.
Yeah, that's
Or
awful.
like if I'm trying to make a phone call to make an appointment or get in touch with customer service, whatever, it boils my blood when I can't talk to an actual human. And I felt like you had more of that pre-pandemic because now like people have lost those jobs, you know?
Yeah.
Like I miss that.
See, I thought Conrad was going to mention Alabama football.
That'd have been a good one.
It was better before the pandemic. Some could argue it peaked during the pandemic.
Very true.
Do you guys wipe down your grocery carts now?
No.
When you go in, they use the sanitizing wipes.
You don't?
No, on the handle.
On
of
the handle?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I do that, but
I actually bring a spare just in case the little receptacle's out.
yeah, no, we do
A
that.
spare
I thought
what?
you meant like wiping groceries off. Do you remember that?
Oh no! Yes, I remember that.
Yes.
Wiping them off in the driveway,
Yeah,
spraying
not
them
doing
down
that.
Yeah.
before it took them in the house.
Yep. Sure did.
So is it gross that I don't wipe the cart handle?
Not for you.
Not for
Everybody
you.
expects it.
It's
With
normal
everything that you do.
for you.
Yeah.
Do you do that, Molly?
You probably lick handrails.
Well, I don't use buggies. I just use a basket. But
If you're
Uh,
Conrad made this face like, well, if I'm in the mood,
yeah, man.
I'd love a good handrail.
You never know what,
What?
you're going to find on them.
Handrail.
Oh, okay. I was making sure.
Sometimes
All right.
there's a little piece of gum underneath. Still has some flavor.
You're a sicko.
All right, when we come back, we'll wrap
Throw up
things
all
up
over
with
you.
Pat Ponders with a question from BB. This is Three Man Front on Jocks. It is 7:48 here on Jocks as we are wrapping things up here from Social Taco. A reminder, we will be live at Twin Peaks in Hoover, kind of our home away from home. If we're not here at Social Taco, we're typically there at Twin Peaks in Hoover. First day of the Masters. Hopefully you'll get an opportunity to come by and see us, hang out, and watch the first round of the Masters there at Twin Peaks. Let's wrap up some Pat Ponders. The last question of the day comes courtesy of BB, who hope she's feeling better. She's a little bit under the weather today. Hopefully we'll see her and Mary coming up on Thursday. According to BB, a new survey ranking the sexiest American accents suggests the fastest way to someone's heart might be just through their vocal cords. Language learning platform Babbel found that a southern drawl spanning Texas, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, and the Carolinas, Tennessee, and Arkansas took the crown as the most attractive accent in the United States. The accent's elongated vowels and relaxed cadence often comes across as warm, confident, and charming. When you were courting or being courted, did you pour on the southern charm? Does a good old southern accent scream romance to you?
It just depended on if they would say, I like the way you talk. And then you would really pour it on and start adding a little bit of an extra drawl.
I was about to say, if they're into it.
But no, I never
I'll
went in.
always-
My approach was never, hey, go in there and try to really turn on the southern charm.
See, I was about to say, I feel like the most, like in college, like in terms of a girl that I like maybe went on a couple dates with or something, like the most northern was Chicago. So it's not, I mean,
Yeah.
and I guess by the time like then, right there, like being in school in Tuscaloosa, you're kind of used to it. So it's not like you're completely out of place. And, you know, it's this fascination with your accent because they've never heard it before. They're not used to hearing it. But, hey, I mean, if that's what Paige liked, that's what Paige would have gotten.
When I was in school, I was always fascinated with people and be like, oh, golly, you're not from the South. Where are you from? Atlanta. It's like, what? You're from Atlanta? But then you start realizing that they probably were born in another part of the country.
And they moved there. Yeah. See, I don't even consider Atlanta the South. Like, it just seems like it's its own thing. Like, the rest of Georgia's the South, and then Atlanta's just like.
Well, my wife, part of
Not
her
even
family's from the North, and she was raised in South Alabama, but she doesn't talk like a lot of us do. Anyways, Molly.
I could be wrong, but I don't really feel like I have an accent personally. At least in Nebraska, a lot of people would, like, some
No,
things
you
I
don't.
say, they'd be like, oh, I can tell you're from the South. But most of my friends were like, yeah, you don't.
See, I don't feel like any of us really have a Southern accent. Now, every now and then, maybe it'll come out
Yeah, every now and then.
with a y'all or something, but
But to
Well,
answer
There's
your question,
extremes
I've
that
never,
we're around here.
Well,
there are some, yeah.
yeah.
Like that refined Southern. And I've got kinfolk that they talk like that.
See, I was about to say, I grew up around a lot of people like that in Hayden. That's, you know, they have
Yeah.
deep Southern accents.
Like Easter, they would say Easter. Easter.
You have to listen out for that one. What about you, Pat? Is that how you got your wife?
She's a good old Southern Birmingham girl. She married this eclectic Mississippi, Missouri kid.
Renaissance man.
Yeah.
A Renaissance. A lot of people like it, though.
Were you still playing that piano bar when you guys met?
Yes. It was the Blue Monkey down off Cobb Lane.
You know, if I found out that he had actually done that in a past life, I could see it.
Yeah. You could see him tickling the ivories. Those dainty
Correct.
little fingers of his.
Tickling the ivories.
This little guinea pig. No, it's not. Have you ever been more attracted to someone because of their accent?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. British accent, Australian accent, in my mind, that'll take you up a couple notches. But it's also because it's unique. You know, for us here, you don't get to hear it. very
What
often.
part of the country their accent annoys you the most, Conrad?
Ooh.
Is it Molly's Minnesota?
No, I think that one's
No,
funny.
the Minnesotan's great.
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I think, like, and as a Yankees
Boston?
fan, Bronx.
Oh, Yankees?
Yeah, Bronx accent.
How does that go?
I can't even do it. It'll probably sound like a Boston accent.
Try it. Come on. We're all about experimenting.
Oh, he is.
Yes. We experiment through you.
Sure, there's some more people that would like to as well.
It seems like it's happening.
It's never that far off, is it, Pat?
I think the Bronx in that accent, I just think about like a big sewer rat smoking a cigarette.
I was about to say, like, they're trying to fight you all the time.
Hey!
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Something along those lines.
Judge, you bum! They're just always yelling, it seems like.
Yeah. Talk about meatballs.
Meatballs?
Yeah, they're Italian.
They're Italian too, okay.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Like, they're definitely Italian. No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
That's today's Pat Ponders, wrapping it up with a question from BB.
So how about this? So Pete Thamel, this report came out just a minute ago. We were talking about Mike Malone being hired by North Carolina. Pete Thamel reporting his contract will average $8.3 million per year. So that would make him the second highest paid coach in college hoops behind Bill Self.
Worth every penny. I'm kidding.
I'm with when we talked to Demetri, though. I never really heard anybody around the NBA that just loved Mike Malone. But he won, so we'll see.
That'll do it for us. We appreciate all our friends here, all of you out there. Have a wonderful, safe rest of your Tuesday. God is great.